just, you know, gray around the edges, and at places that I want a little darker, more where things change. Whereas the flat planes are going to be lighter color. So, alright, now we can make the main body color now. Alright, so now we can make the main color. So that's going to be a base of white, and then tads of tan. I might add something else, depending on if I want it a little more pinkish or not. But it's basically just going to be these two colors. And this is, we're gonna spray this all over, and what's gonna happen is this dark color is gonna slightly show through this because it's a darker color under a lighter color. And that's just gonna give a variation. But yeah, so this color we're just spray all over. Alright, so I am going to do a white coat as well. So I'm just going to take the leftover color that I have now and just add a little bit of white to it, and then this is going to be a final coat just to get everything a little more white, just, you know, for highlights and how I feel it. Alright, so I've finished painting all the parts. You can see here, this is the finished leg. I did go back and add a little white to the mix and sprayed it a little bit over, because I definitely put in a little too much tan or a little too much yellow. That's alright. Adding the white really helped blend all the colors anyways. So it was the correct decision. So now we can just start taking off the mask that I put in here. If I can grab it. Now, something you should always keep a habit of doing is saving some of your paint that you mix. Don't save a lot because you don't want to go to waste, but save enough, because as you can see here, I can already see I made a mistake with the masking, and there's a portion, there's a little white right here. So I can just go back in with the gray color that I already made, and just hand brush a little bit on there, and that'll clear that right up. And don't worry about it being level, because since we're using, I'm also going to be using a lacquer gloss over this, that will help level all the paint. And you always, and then after that, you put the flat over as the finishing touch. Just put this on the model. There we go. Obviously I haven't put all the parts on here yet, but shaping up really nicely. So yeah, the next step would be putting all the parts back on here. Then I'm gonna go over, like I said before, with a clear gloss on all over the parts, everywhere, nice and thick. Well, I mean, not too thick, but a nice coat of it. And then we'll go in to start doing panel linings and other little details. Alright, so got a nice clear coat over everything. So now we're gonna start doing the black panel lining. This is just you know, the same old normal kind of stuff, black enamel or black oil paint if you so prefer, and then thinned up to I don't know, it should be pretty liquidy. This is probably a little thick for most people, but it's doing it's been going so far good so far. So anyways, it's kind of up to you. If you make it thicker, you're gonna do more having to put more spots on, but if you make it too thin, you know, you can dilute the pigment so much that you can't see it doesn't, you know, pop out like it normally should. So, you know, like normal, just gonna go along all these areas where I want a little black accents, then let that dry. Now that I have it all pinned out, we just like normal, just get a Q-tip or whatever you want, dip it in thinner, wipe off so it's not dripping wet, and just you know, go over it how you see fit. You know, depending on your formula, you might want to let it dry a little bit. I kind of like to do it wet, but that's just me. You know, do whatever you want. Outcome will be the same. Go. See if I can. That's a little better. and we don't want it, you know, too dark. Or I mean, for some of these accents where it recedes down, you don't want to, well, I guess it really depends on what kind of style you're going for and personally how you like it. I don't like it too thick down in there, so I'm wiping, excessively down there, even though I put a lot there to begin with. But that just gives me options to, take however much I want off. But, that's again, it's just depends on what you're going for. I'm going for a little more shaded look, a little more, I guess, real instead of cartoony. So I'm gonna take off a little bit more. If you're going for a little more cartoony look, kind of like the anime show, you might want to get a little darker. It's up to you, whatever. For these parts right here, where you see that there's that recess right there, if you're having trouble, go up and down on these parts. Don't do that, because you'll just wipe away everything you did. But and that's because because the paint wants to go this way down. So by going straight down, you pull the paint down, and by going straight up, you'll get some of that area right there in the middle where you don't want the black paint, and that'll force it back up into the top line. So go down and then up and then go down again, and that should, you might have to do that a few times, but that motion of down up down will create the right thing for these parts. And this is especially for Gundam, because you see these types of designs like everywhere. So it's a good little tip to have, and hopefully that helps you out if you're having trouble. Alright, so I've put all the panel lining in and all little minor details and stuff like that. So now we can go ahead and put on some decals. And like I said before, I throw away my stickers, so you gotta get decals from somewhere, since unfortunately Bandai doesn't offer them anymore, because I don't know why. It boggles my mind, but I'm not an employee of Bandai, so anyways, so you gotta buy them separately. Luckily they're everywhere. So Gundam decals, that's their official decal sheets. This one is actually made for the RX-78 GP01 series and 02 and 03 and so forth. But it has the decals that I want. I want some of the numbers and the AF logos. I'm not going to go overboard with this kind of stuff. With the style that I'm going for, I'm going to keep it a little more classy. Like, I'll probably only use maybe a handful, maybe 5 or so.